Okay, quick update on the Deadly Premonition playthrough. This is actually the third time that I've tried to record this part. The first time I was so dead tired that I couldn't even make sense with sentences. It was just a bad time to try and play it. The most recent time, I recorded 2 hours of it. And when I went back and listened to it just the other day, the sound levels were so appalling that I couldn't even put it up on YouTube. It was so bad. The gameplay versus my voice was so askew. It was impossible to hear me at all. And so, you know, when these things happen, the inclination is just to give up and quit. But I really do want to play this game more. I enjoyed the last time I played it and the progress I made. So we're going to do it again. Third time's a charm, hopefully. I'm going to pay extra attention to the sound levels. I know it's been a long time since I've uploaded one of these videos, but I am committing to doing it. I've come this far. I do want to see what happens in the game. Thank you so much if you've come back to watch after all this time off. Appreciate that. I'm not going to give you too much preamble. Let's just get into it. I'll use this replaying of this last couple of hours as an opportunity to just try and observe some things I haven't observed and also do it with a bit more efficiency. So I will maybe it might seem like I'm rushing a little bit. That's just because I want to kind of get to where I was actually in the playthrough. Anyway, without further ado, let us play some Deadly Premonition. Pray for me that the sound is good. All right, let's go. So here we go, round 3. Let's hope the sound's better.
Oh, I can't believe it, man.
To be fair, the sound's really
that's heavy.
imbalanced within game as well. But anyway.
When did Becky stop coming to work?
I think it was like from the day Anna was killed, man. Yeah, that's right. She was totally depressed about something.
Yes, she was.
Quint called for her to let us know she wasn't coming in for work. She must have been totally in shock, the poor thing.
So you took the twins along to cheer her up?
That's right, hun. If only I knew it would be like this, I'd have spent more time talking to her.
You told me about a special secret between your children and Becky.
Yes, of course. What about it?
It seems Becky handed them an item before she was killed. Any idea what that might be?
Now that you mention it, they had a box about this size, which they said was very important.
Yes.
That's it. I'd like to talk to them about this in person. Where are the boys now?
They went out, actually, with Mr. Kaysen.
They said they were going to visit Greenvale Forest Park today. They were going to take Willie for a walk, that dog of his.
Kaysen? Do you know him well?
I do. He's sus.
Yeah, he's a
as
good
fuck.
guy. He always brings us gifts from his road trips. The kids love him, so we let him take them out every once in a while. You know, for a little quality time with the missus.
I love how stone cold her face is when he says that, by the way.
The
Just,
situation calls for urgency.
she's not
I'll go
denying
look
it.
for them myself. And if they come home without running into me, could you let us know?
Sure, of course. I'll contact the department.
Isaac and Isaiah aren't here. They're apparently out with Kaysen. Let's go look for them.
With Kaysen? Sounds like a long story.
Yes.
Any ideas where to start looking?
Lily told me where they went. No problem.
So, a few things to note. For whatever reason, we did not see... Did we not see the mother come in just then? Am I tripping? When I played before, the mother turned up. And she was like, "Oh, where's Anna? Oh no, I'm looking for her." And she was very distressed, obviously. And that was the first we saw her. And I noted that she looked quite young to be the mother of a teenager, but you know, so it goes. And secondly, you may have noticed a million gazillion flies hovering about Yorkie. And this, as I discovered last time, is not because he hasn't showered, but because he hasn't changed his clothing in a while. So we've got a couple of things to do before we go and speak with the children, who are the twins, the creepy twins, who are with the even creepier Forrest Kaysen, Mr. Sapling Man himself, and that is fuel up. And number 2,
And today,
get
we're
changed.
stuck here having to search for lost children.
So we'll
They're
do
not
that.
lost. We're the ones who are lost.
And so we are, Emily.
Yes.
Zach, we may as well have fun if we're getting lost.
As long
You
as I don't
sure
have to
know
do
how
it
to
a
take your
fourth
time at
fucking
a
time,
time
York,
like
I'm willing
this.
to have as much fun as you'd like. Alright. Is that fun enough for you, Yorkie? Anyway. Having fun yet, Yorkie? Oh. Alright, I do remember how to handbrake, which is good. What I don't rightly remember is which way the bloody gas station is. I'm not talk. I'll talk in a moment. I already know what the conversation's going to be, but you know what? This is for everyone watching, and by the way, thanks again for people watching. I appreciate that.
I can't believe 2 people have been murdered in our town. And now 2 young children are at the center of it all. I just can't come to grips with it yet.
It's rough.
Crime will happen wherever there are people. And that's why we have our jobs.
It might be easier for you because you don't live here. These were people that I knew that were killed. And the murderer might be someone who lives here in this town.
I would say they
It's really depressing.
I know,
don't live in this town.
but someone has to bring this murder to justice.
You're right.
Oh!
I know. But, Agent York, sometimes I just think I'm not really cut out to be a
Motherfucker.
cop.
Not true, Emily. You have the potential to be a superb law enforcer. You can be emotional at times, but you also possess what's most important.
I do? What do you mean?
What do you think? A sense of justice.
Justice? I must admit, I'm surprised to hear such a... How should I say this? Such an obvious answer. I thought you'd say something else.
Obvious or not, I joined the FBI in order to do what's right.
Sorry to end that that discussion. You might have noticed I'm a little salty at the game right now. It's actually not at the game. I'm a little salty at the fact that I have to do this part again. But I will try not to let that seep through too much. I've done one more Let's Play on this channel. Of course, my Morrowind streams are uploaded as well, but I've done one more, specific Let's Play, and that was Heavy Rain. And I encountered some big issues with that technically as well, and that was my PS3 dying and all my save being corrupted. So I've yet to do one of these without some kind of setback. This one is less of a setback, significantly less. So that's happiness for me. Still. Perfect. Now she's going to bitch and moan about us not going straight to Forest, and we'll see her there.
Is there something you want to check out? Well, either way, it doesn't matter. I can
York
see
needs
you
a
won't be
shower.
rushed.
He needs
I'm
to
gonna
get
go ahead,
changed.
okay?
Okay, that would be fine.
Then I'll head over to the place that Lily mentioned.
Have at it.
Don't take too long before you catch up, okay?
All right. Oh, and what I'm going to do this time round is I'm also going to pick up some cigarettes. Learned that. Oh, God. There we go. Learned that lesson the hard way last time. I think I will probably be able to get through as much as I did in 2 hours in 1 hour this time. So I might even be able to condense it all into one clean episode. Hello, Polly.
Oh, hi.
Looking on the bright side, you see? No, I don't want that. Actually, yeah, I'll buy a cola. Look at that. Nice can of cola. I'm also going to buy some cigarettes. Yes. I'm going to buy more cigarettes. Pack a day. Keeps Yorkie from being boring. Have a cherry pie. Okay. And we're good. To the room we go. These are the biggest flies I've ever seen, by the way. Ominous seedling out the front of our room. Reminding me of Mr. Kaysen. So we can actually, so you can see that the stuff I've got here is very dirty. We can clean it, which I didn't realize. Oh. But check out this suit right here. Boom. The rainy stripe. Design looks like rain. Looks almost brand new. This is some LA Noire type shit, honestly. LA motherfucking Noire out here. Alright, and we're gonna shave too. I shave personally once every 2 weeks. I sort of do the like, I like to grow a little bit of stubble and then get rid of it. It's like a little cycle. When I was full-time teaching, which I will be going back to at some point, most likely. Look at that clean boy. It was more like once a week. And the reason I didn't do it every day is because I actually prefer the look of about like 3-4 days. That kind of like stubbly situation. I think it's a better look. So you sort of hope to capture that magic, but then that only lasts for a few days as well, that magic. Welcome to Grooming Tips with Porto. Get in car. All right. So, progress has been made. Oh. Next stop is Kaysen and the twins, and they are at the community center. Holy God. Let's hear what Yorkie has to say, hey?
So, Zach, this case turned into a multiple homicide.
It did.
What kind of motives turn a criminal into a serial killer? Is it hedonistic? Ritualistic? Copycat crime? Sex-related? Cannibalistic? From the Bureau of Statistics. These interesting ideas don't always really explain the real motive. They're just words. Phrases that the media uses to scare citizens. The spotlight falls on a mere 1% of all cases. Only the weird ones. You understand all this, right, Zach?
To an extent.
No matter how bizarre a crime may appear to be, at the root, there is always rage and personal interest. Right, Zach? Most people simply don't kill for pleasure. But that kind of common sense never applies to our investigations. Maybe we're lucky, or unlucky, depending on how you look at it. We end up working on those cases in that 1%. Do you remember, Zach, the first case we handled?
I actually do.
Special agent?
I do, because you told me a couple days ago when I did this before.
I don't feel like it right now.
Okay, good. Yeah, it's a pretty messed up case. His first case. Let's talk, Yorkie. Tell me more about this case.
Do you remember? How many years ago was it now? That multiple homicide of young girls in that college town in Illinois. All the victims were cut open from the throat to the crotch. Ripped right open.
Shameful shit.
In the autopsy, the second stomach was found inside the first victim's body. Of course, she didn't naturally grow a second stomach. One of the stomachs belonged to someone else. As more victims piled up, there was one with 2 hearts, one with 2 livers, 4 lungs. Different organs each time.
Of course, those extra organs didn't do the girls much good, right, Zach?
And they say too much
Right.
is never enough. In the end, we arrested a professor at the med school. They found the body of his daughter, dead and the missing organs at his house. Do you remember what he said when we took him in? I was ordered
Voices. Something
to
about
restore
voices.
those deformed bodies back to normal. And remember who he said ordered him? An alien.
That's right. An alien voice.
Well, of course, we couldn't arrest an alien, so we arrested the professor instead. Serial killers can't be caught by logic and common sense. I learned this the hard way. That first case taught me that. Since then, these cases just keep getting more and more complicated. It's a tough job. I thought getting experience while I was young would make the job easier.
It is a very tough job. So, I feel like I didn't come this way last time. Am I just taking the long route? I may be. So I think this is different because I restarted the chapter. So I think certain events have triggered differently or something. Because he was at the community center. I mean, maybe it's random. They weren't all the way out here when I did this. It's what was kind of weirding me out. I think I turned right here. But, anyway, you know. The good news is I'm down to 34% fuel, so... The game is not making having to replay it any easier for me, let me say. So this drive took me forever. I probably edited it all out. It's in a completely different location as when I played it before. It's just the entire other side of the map. So I have 19% fuel left. Presumably that's not going to be enough to get back. And yeah, great. But what I am interested to see is if the scene plays out exactly the same, because this is not the same place.
Agent York, I found Isaac and Isaiah. They're over there. Let's go.
Hello again, Isaac and Isaiah. I hear you're teaching Willie to do tricks. What's your secret?
It's easy.
Really simple.
If he does it right, we give him a treat.
A cookie if he does it right.
I see. Very clever. So, tell me, you two. Could you perhaps tell me your other special secret with Becky?
No, we can't. It won't be a secret if you tell.
I'm not telling. We promised Becky.
Come on, kids.
Well, that's a problem.
Spit it out.
Because I also made a promise to Becky. I promised to catch the bad man ordered. But I can't keep my promise if I don't know what the secret is. Do you see?
Creepy kids. Do you know how creepy you are? Are you aware?
She told us to give Diane a box. It wasn't that heavy.
Mm-hmm.
We took it to the art gallery and gave it to Diane.
Is
Okay.
that all Becky gave you?
Just when we were leaving to take the box to Diane, Becky called us back. She handed us something. It was small and round. She told us to keep it safe in our pocket and give it to Diane.
Mm-hmm.
And then you met Carol on your way?
Yep, I took the round thing out of my pocket and we looked at it.
And then she talked to us.
We told her that we were on an errand for Becky. She said she'd do it for us.
But we told her no, because Becky asked us, not her. We promised Becky to do it ourselves.
So Becky did entrust the locket.
Why did he do that then without saying anything?
Carol
It's
has
weird.
it. Right,
Maybe
Jason?
it's like I said something. I don't know.
You were in the room when
He's like
Carol
listening
took
to
the
Zach?
locket back from Diane. I saw you with Diane in the art gallery.
You were there.
Well, yeah, I was there in the room, but I was only chatting with Diane. Oh, then Carol burst in, all angry looking. While Carol and Diane had their talk, I just sat there like a frog. Yeah, so Carol took the locket from Diane, but that has nothing to do with me, right?
Well,
Yes,
I
believe
mean,
so.
we don't know
But
yet.
from this instant, you are now a key witness in this case. I'm afraid you can't leave town until you hear from me.
What? Can you do that? This is all starting to sound a little like Alice in Wonderland.
Which makes you Humpty Dumpty.
Roasted.
Huh?
Got him.
Isaac and Isaiah, thank you. I think I'll be able to keep my promise with Becky thanks to you two.
How is Becky?
Is she getting better?
She'll come and help out at our store again, won't she?
She'll come and play with us again, won't she?
Boys, about Becky.
That's right. Becky is almost totally better now. But I don't think she'll be able to come and see you. I was told by Becky to keep this a secret. But she's actually a goddess of the forest, just like Anna. I think she's gonna be in the forest with Anna for a while.
Cool. We'll keep this a secret then, too.
Wow.
You do that.
That's why Anna and Becky are such good friends.
Exactly.
Okay,
Creepy
Willie.
kids.
You're happy too, aren't you?
Zach, I hope Emily doesn't end up as a forest goddess too.
Me too, York. Okay, so that played out exactly the same. Except the game made me drive
Okay then, Zach.
significantly further.
Let's go over what we found out recently about the case.
Yes.
First, Diane, the owner of the art gallery.
Yes.
She was out drinking with Nick Cormack in a bar
Yes.
on the night Anna died.
She was.
Nick confirmed this, and so she has an alibi.
Yes.
Then we have what Nick's wife Olivia told us.
According to Olivia, Nick and Diane not only went to the bar, but also went somewhere else that night. Do you remember where that was, Zach?
I do, because I did this yesterday. Sorry, guys. I'm so grumpy at this game right now. It was the art gallery.
That's right, the art gallery. Before entering the gallery, Diane looked back towards Olivia, almost as though she saw Olivia in the dark. Nick's behavior has also become more suspicious by the day. If Olivia is correct, then he is heavily involved in this case.
Yeah, I don't think he's the
We have
killer,
no
though.
conclusive evidence of that
Honestly.
at the moment. The only thing we can say for sure is that Nick's whereabouts are unknown at the time of Becky's murder.
Yeah, he was doing something sus, but I don't think he was murdering.
But that fact alone means nothing.
I could be wrong.
So who was it that called Thomas to report trouble at Becky's place?
It was the boyfriend. Quint, which is a weird sounding name.
That's right. It was Quint, Becky's boyfriend. He went to her house and saw the tragedy. Now, about Becky's murder. I'm embarrassed and mortified. The killer struck again while we were on the case.
I mean, George should be embarrassed. He's the one that fucked up.
We found her bitten on the tongue. A massive amount of red seeds that poured out with the blood.
Mm-hmm.
And an inverted peace symbol, like the one seen at the site of Anna's murder.
Seems like it's the same killer.
From the similarities, one can deduce that Anna's killer killed Becky.
Yep.
We also
Though it
found
could be a
one
copycat.
other important piece of evidence in Becky's room. Can
remember what that was, Zach?
It's the notebook, which for some reason you call a sketch pad here.
That's right. We found a sketchbook in Becky's room.
Yep.
She had apparently written a letter to her sister Diane. It revealed that Becky took a locket from Anna's body at the crime scene.
She did.
She also admitted to borrowing a pair of Diane's stiletto heel shoes.
She did.
So Miss Stiletto Heels was Becky.
This is true.
There was something else at the end of the letter. It said that she handed the locket and stiletto heel shoes to someone. Do you remember who, Zach?
Isaac and Isaiah, right?
That's right, Zach. And from what Isaac and Isaiah told us, Carol offered to take the items to Diane, but the twins refused. They gave them to Diane themselves, as they had promised.
It's possible, thinking about this now.
She ended up storming into the gallery to take it from Diane.
I'll wait till York's done.
And when Carol took the locket from Diane, Kaysen just happened to be there. Is Kaysen involved in this? Or was he just there by coincidence? I wonder what's so special about the locket, too. Why did Carol want it so badly? The questions are mounting.
They are. The plot is thickening.
Come to think of it, Quint, the first witness, has no alibi for Becky's death. We checked the phone records, and his call definitely came from her house. Is it possible he attacked Becky and then called us from the scene?
It is possible, and the fact that he's sort of...
suspicious one way or another. What should we do next, Zach? Okay, who's the most suspicious?
It's Diane.
That's right. Becky's sister and Carol's enemy, linked to both Nick and Kate.
Yeah, she's involved in all of it. She's central to it.
And owner of the art gallery. Zach, that's our next move. We'll start with Diane.
We shall. So, thinking about this now, presumably Nope. After this cutscene.
So, you want to find out everything there is to know about Diane?
That's right. There's just too many things that we don't know. First, we need more intel about the relationship between Nick and Diane.
How?
Nick and Diane meet every night at the bar. Let's use that. George, we'll need you to stake out the gallery.
What do you mean?
Wait in the parking lot of the art gallery and tail Diane when she leaves. If she goes anywhere other than the bar, you let me know. Emily, you take the diner. Wait for Nick and tail him to the bar too. As with George, if he goes anywhere else, then you let me know.
Okay.
Thomas.
You hear that? Her voice is so much louder than the rest. They needed someone to master the sounds, and I know I'm not professional.
I'll be waiting in the parking lot.
I'm not the most professional example.
Once
but
Nick and Diane are together, I will follow them wherever they go.
I'm not selling.
What time do they usually show up, Thomas?
A game internationally.
Around the same time. Usually between 22 and 2300.
Then at that time we do it, boys and girls.
Okay. Okay, so we got that out of the way. What I was thinking was that I'm just starting to get the feeling that this whole Diane, Nick, Forrest, Carol, love... Well, Forrest doesn't seem to really be involved in the love triangle, but this whole web of intrigue surrounding them, I'm starting to feel like the whole thing might be a red herring. And that might just be about blackmail and someone did something with this. And I'm wondering if maybe it's none of them. Obviously, Forrest is the most obvious choice. He's the out-of-towner. He's called Forrest. He just oozes susness. He's too cheery. He deals in plants and saplings. And Anna was found, crucified and gutted like a fish on a fucking tree. So it all fits in, right? And the fact that there was similar murders in different parts of the country, and he travels. It all kind of adds up, right? Also, there was another murder when he returned. So he was in town when that happened. He was in town when they both happened, I believe. So he's sus, but I feel like he's too sus in a way. That's all I wanted to say.